it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Black 20.
Here we go, here we go.
Jack 16, 50. Middle.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Black 5.
Check 55 to Mike.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Jack 16. Hey, orbit. 55.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Ito Smith, his first carry. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
A very solid gain of 27. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Smith trying to run for it. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, You know what the thought process is? Intercept.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, watch it. Switch.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready? Black 80.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the penalty, it's Smith. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
We go! 18 Gator.
59. Man, that's trash.
Ready?
Throwing on 1st down. Sparks, he's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shift. Watch the shift. Check 43.
The toss play to Mixon. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
My spot. I got you.
Here's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
10-2 stop.
Strong right. Strong.
80 weapon. Hey, Haywood.
Out.
Let's go.
On first down, Sparks. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bengals' 40-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And it's complete right back to Ridley. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Got it.
59, Mark. Check, 59. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Now.
A first down carry for Smith. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Go.
Check, 59.
On 2nd down now, it's Smith. And able to work his way down to the 16. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Get it.
They'll try and run forward with Smith. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sparks. Jones has it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Ito Smith. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Up 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Get them some...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ready.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Right up.
From the gun, Sparks. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Sparks. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now 1st down.
Hey, exit.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Someone west.
Check. Lucky.
Take 2 of them.
Rush in.
Now Joe Mixon. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Black 20.
Check 45 to Mike. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
On 3rd down, Grant. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Smith. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 34-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the out.
2nd and 6. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 34 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Hey, Zoo.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 44, Roethlisberger. A big bit intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Tavecchio to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Easy.
Mike's 5-4.
Hey, box truck.
3 buds. 54's Mike. Check. Watch.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
45's the mic. You better be afraid of me. 45.
Hey, Delta.
45. I got him.
Whoa.
Here's Roethlisberger. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Alert.
45.
Hey, alert.
Here we go.
Bravo.
26.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
I don't think you got it, son. Sponge.
Show that bench release and go. Hey, wahoo!
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Falcons 28, Bengals 0.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Check 37, check
Switch gears.
King.
He's checking Craig.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's it, baby.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Black 20. Hey. 50.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. He's got it to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. So that throw good for 4. It's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Roethlisberger will throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Jack 16.
45.
Smooth.
Mike, 45.
Now Roethlisberger. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
All right, now.
Roethlisberger now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but first and 10 here. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He lets this one fly toward the back of the... And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
15 yards, first down Atlanta. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Sparks. Complete to Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now it's Smith. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 17.
To throw on second down. Sparks. Flushed out right. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Here's Gaskin. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Go.
Watch the slant.
Motion, motion.
Another run with Gaskin. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Right there.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Mike's by 4.
Empty. Help out.
I'm going to run you over. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
5. No spacing.
I got one. 54.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
Let's go. Get inside. Let's go.
First down.
Here we go.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
We want it. Hey. High 7. Flash one back.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Now it's Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Check. Crunch.
They go back to the ground with Smith. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready, break.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
5.
On third down, Green. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now Landry. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now Roethlisberger. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Going deep here for Landry. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jarvis Landry, 69 yards. And the Bengals are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. On the run, it's Smith. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Smith. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On the ground, this is Smith. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here's Roethlisberger. Going deep downfield for Ross. He's got a man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 93 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Sparks. He completes it to Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Smith. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 14. On 1st down, it's Green. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Gets around him. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now.
45, 45.
Hey, Haywood.
Go, go, go. Check, 45 to Mike.
Black and burn.
Roethlisberger. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Ready?
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And it's a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they will take a knee here. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Landry now on the return. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. The three straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
44. Right there.
Ben to throw again. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
50. Hey, zoom. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
One last shot for Roethlisberger. This is Shepard on the catch. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.